Hello Taurus, I'm here to do a reading for you for the month of June, so a general reading for the month of June. Let's see what you need to know, Taurus. And while I'm drawing the cards, so they're all being shuffled, etc. While I'm drawing the cards, I'm thanking you first of all to be here, to always be here to support me. Consider maybe subscribing to my channel and clicking the alert bell so you know when another reading is going to come out. Sometimes in my readings I do free giveaways of a reading, so sometimes I do them, sometimes I don't. If you subscribe and you're alerted and those come out, you'll know when that is happening. So this is for June, Taurus. Let's have a look here. So may I remind you, this is a general reading. General readings are maybe resonating and maybe not resonating. So always take that into account, because sometimes things don't resonate with everybody. You don't have to believe everything is for you. If not, maybe have a look at your rising sign or your moon sign, and maybe that resonates better. So let me just see here. Four of Swords, Four of Wands, Four of Cups. So fours usually are stabilizing cards, are cards that stabilize things, because the Four of Swords here is like a timeout. It's time for a rest. I feel this card is really asking you to rest, to take a time out, to really enjoy your home, your family, the situation, the place where you feel at home, or to be with yourself, maybe just by yourself, be yourself, because the place where you're most at home is within yourself, maybe, and that maybe this is not really a location or a really actual place, but maybe this is a state of being. To feel okay, to feel at home within oneself, that is already a gift. Now I feel there is also some, and that is, because it says take a time out, I feel this is sort of the basis, the beginning card, instead of, because usually you read like that, but I feel that this is really the card that is the reason why you need a time out, why you need to be by yourself for a while. I feel this is by you being, maybe you were flooded with a lot of emotions, with a lot of people, with a lot of energies, and you really needed to be alone. But maybe you're also fed up with all the things that are going on at the moment in your life, and you just need a time out. You need a rest so that you can then move on again, move on to this cup, move on towards this energy. So I feel that, yes, it's really like a time for you to slow the hell down. So let's see what these cards say. I don't know what happened. There is this element of, being fed up, being maybe overwhelmed as well. But yeah, there is this too much going on, and okay, these fell out. Oh my God, these all fell out. I'm just going to take them as they fell out. So the King of Air, that's the King of Swords, the Strength card, the Nine of Air, and the Emperor. So we have these two cards are really very similar. Well, similar. In a way, they're similar. The King of Air is the king that is really rational. He can make decisions. And I feel this is really you deciding the same. We are swords here. King of Air is King of Swords. This king decides. This king is really sort of saying, okay, really, I need this time out. And decides it's time to take time for himself, to step away from all the overwhelm, from everything. Now, the Emperor is at the end. The Emperor, of course, is a different energy, but also similar. Emperor is in charge. King. Yeah, the king of the animal kingdom. So I feel that if you take your time out, if you really take your time out and you go to a place, and that can be a literal place, an actual place, or a place deep within you, an inner workplace where you have peace and quiet, like in meditation or in mindfulness or in sports you practice, whatever it is that brings, or maybe you like to bake or something like that, it brings you on top of things, on top of the world again. It brings you, it makes you feel in charge again. It makes you overcome the overwhelm and the fed upness of this card. I feel really this is you being fed up. You've been fed up with everything that's happening, maybe in the world around you, your immediate world, but also the world at large. Maybe you're fed up and you really feel overwhelmed. It's all too much, and that's why you need to time out, come home. And when you do that, you recharge and you become in charge of yourself again. You become your own emperor, your own leader again. So I started with these outer cards because they were, first of all, this is a major arcana card, but because they are a little bit similar, because here you're deciding to step out of the world, really, to say, okay, this is it, enough. And the Strength card also tells me that you're taming your inner fears and you're taming that overwhelm. You're taking care of yourself. I feel this woman is really gently calming this lion. It's really about finding that place that makes you feel at home within yourself, that makes you feel relaxed, that makes you feel solid again, that makes you feel calm again, relaxed, at peace. And here with the Strength card, this is what you need to do. You need to tame your own inner lion, your own inner fears, all this overwhelm, all these things too much, that things that is too much. You really need to take care of yourself first, before you can be out in the world again, before you can step out again, because there's lots of things going on. I feel that with this 9 of air, lots of thoughts. Air is about thoughts. See all these pigeons? Yeah, it's pigeons flying around. So thinking, overthinking maybe even. But also, letting these thoughts happen, to see through them, to start deciding, okay, what do I need? What is useful to me? What is not useful to me? What can I use for myself to regenerate, to step away from the overwhelm? Because the 9 of air and this 4 of cups, really, they belong together. They're both talking about overthinking, overwhelm, about too much. And you need to stop that. It's really about getting back to your inner balance, centered here, centered, being alone and being balanced, so you can get on top of things again. Not on top of the world, but on top of yourself at least. So, okay, I'm pulling more cards of different decks than I usually do. I don't know why. Just trying new stuff out, as always. Changing it up. So I'm going to pull, I think, in principle 3 cards from here, but it depends what comes out here. Okay. The 7 of Wands. No, this is 6 of Wands. Sorry, 6 of Wands. Strength, and this one wants to come out as well. Strength again. Strength on strength. Okay. So, the 6 of Wands and the Strength, I'm going to read them together because the Strength card and this Strength card is really the same. It's about calming down. This lion is really tame. Look at the lion. He brings the rose. He brings peace. He brings quiet. It's about taming the fears and overcoming the fears. And if you do that, if you overcome the fears, you can get out of the darkness, because these sticks are lying in the darkness. But look, here is the rainbow. The more you take care of yourself and those inner fears, the quicker you're going to rise towards the rainbow, towards the light again, towards the beautiful things in your life. But I feel, okay, it's like this. I feel with this hangman here, You really need to do this. You really need to take your time. It's not something that's going to happen. I feel this Emperor, that feeling that you're on top of things again. Listen, this lion is the lion from the strength as well. But it's the lion that gets on top of things again. And it takes a lot of inner work here. And that Hangman is telling me that it's taking a long time of hanging. Of just feeling like you're, well, hanging in space and not really having any ground under your feet. And all this thinking and overthinking needs to be remedied. Also, this angel doesn't have feet. She's in the air. She's flying. She has her wings open, but she's thinking too much. And there's a lot of self-care, a lot of taming the fears that needs to be done before you get to the Emperor. And I feel that sometimes that may also be overwhelming, because you know, this Hangman can be slow. And this Hangman requires patience, trust. It also requires, you know, allowing the darkness to be there and then slowly going into the light. Look at here. Here is the darkness is on top of the card. The light is below. Here with the Six of Wands, it's the other way around. The darkness is here. You have to rise up. But in order to do that, to rise up to the light, to the rainbow again, you need to be willing to come out of the darkness as well. But also you need to allow the darkness to be there. You need to be okay with just hanging and just taking care of yourself and not be afraid to give it the time that it needs. Now let's see what more messages come out for you, Taurus. Okay, a few fell. I'm just letting them fall now. Okay, so these three cards fell. Judgment, the Moon, and the Empress. I feel this Empress belongs to the next to the Emperor, so you're getting on top of things and things will move again and things will start to go well again. This is a woman that reaps the reward. She's also very connected. She's very connected to her inner self. She's taking care of herself, and the Emperor and the Empress will come out again. You have to trust that it's going to happen. The Hangman also asks you to trust. So you have to trust that you get here again, that you get out of the overwhelm, out of the overthinking, out of it being too much, and really take care of yourself. Now, it will bring some doubt. It will bring fear. And that's why also we have these two strength cards, because you have to tame those fears. But they will be there because in this whole reading, which is very slow and very, well, it's talking about a lot of inner work, soul type of work, soul retrieving work. It's getting to connect to your soul again. You need to be in the darkness. You need to allow yourself to be in the darkness and be okay with that, because it's something you need to do. The Judgment card is a card that tells me, yes, it's calling you. It's calling you to do that. Maybe this overwhelm, maybe everything that happened to you has brought a lot of, I'm going to just put them like this, has brought you a lot of fears up, facing your fears, but also it was too much, just too much going on, too many people that were also probably afraid, and you had to deal with them, and it was time to deal for yourself, to take care of yourself and not always take care of other people. I feel it's that. I feel this is calling you to take care of yourself and not always for other people. So let's see the messages. I'm going to start with this one. What it says. This is a very weird reading. It feels like, and I feel it has to do probably with the Mercury retrograde. And there is, I think, there's not a few planets in retrograde. I think Saturn is retrograde as well. So, yeah, that can bring in this slow energy. But I don't think you have to be afraid, because I really think that it's important that you do that because of these cards, because of the Emperor and the Empress cards here at the end. So let's do it like this. because then you're going to feel when you come out of all this, you're going to feel on top of things again, and then you're going to really see all the good stuff in your life. You're going to see what you can do next to bring out the abundance, to bring out prosperity, to bring out that feeling of, okay, I'm good, I can deal with this, I can handle it. Emperor on top of things again. Yeah. It's going to take a while, but I feel this is really towards the end of June, so let's face it, that's not too much. So it's really when the retrograde stops, and I really would have to look it up, but the Mercury retrograde will stop somewhere, I think it's around in the 3rd week of June that it stops, so that would make sense, that then everything starts to flow again. Saturn, of course, is retrograde for a much longer time. I think it's until September, October. I haven't checked. I will try to put it in the comment box. I really haven't checked my astrological data. I'm sorry. So let's see what comes out here. Okay. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. 6th chakra is a 3rd eye chakra. You see the 3rd eye chakra? Here. So it's about knowing, intuition, seeing what your 3rd eye, seeing what your eyes can't see. And they wanted me to, okay, patience. That makes all the sense of the world, isn't it? Patience. We were talking here about the Hanged Man, slow card, lot of inner work. So yes, patience will be required. Now let me just have a look what the Archangel is trying to say here. Number 40. Clarity of thought, personal vision. Yeah. So it's about getting clear again in your thinking. It's about getting to the Emperor, and I feel this King of Swords as well. You want to be that. You want to have clarity of thinking, but I do think the only way to do it is really to regroup. And by regrouping, I mean internal, you regrouping all your fragments, all your defragmentation with this 4 of Cups everywhere here. And all this, these 6 of Wands where you need to rise back to that level of light. Yeah, that takes patience, and it's about having a vision and clarity of thought. And you can only reach that by being alone, by doing it alone, and by regrouping yourself, by taming your inner fears and connecting to those inner fears and letting that, it's going to be a process, and allowing that process to happen, because if you do that, it's quite quick. 3 weeks into June, it's nothing. So don't fight it, go with the flow. And I'm going to do an ask your guides as well. Let's see what they have to say. So ask your guides. What do the guides have to say, Taurus? Okay. Pleasure. Yeah, I don't feel you have had that a lot. You didn't have a lot of pleasure. The Divine Goddess and the Empress are very much connected. But I feel you didn't have a lot of pleasure. Lots of things going on, lots of people asking things from you here with the 4 of Cups, and you feel really overwhelmed and you're fed up with that. So get some pleasure in, but the pleasure in the form of self-care. So I feel, it's really connected with here, the Strength card, calming down, being silent, being here, the 4 of Swords, being on your own, not listening to other people. Let's see, there is one more card that I want to draw here, one more message, which is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And wait, okay, this one wanted to come out. Truth be told. Yeah, I think it's about you telling the truth, saying to other people when you are in overwhelm or when they want something from you. Look, here is a spirit, is in the face of spirit. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it, I think. It's there in that window. I think You have to speak up. You have to say what your heart wants. Look at all the little hearts coming out here. Don't keep your frustration tied up. Don't keep pleasing others. Don't, because then you'll stay in this fed up, and that will start then to irritate, and then maybe your inner lion is going to roar, and that's not going to be very nice. That the lion is not going to be as kind as this lion. It's going to be really roaring. So, and also you'll be delaying if you're not speaking up, if you're not opening up about your frustrations, about your need to be by yourself, to recharge your batteries. If you don't do that, this is going to take much longer, and you're going to blow up at one stage, which is what you want to avoid, isn't it, Taurus? Because when you blow up, Taurus, I know I'm, for one, am a Taurus, so I know when I do that and I blow up, it's not pretty. So we really want to avoid that. So Taurus, that's it for you for June. I hope you liked it. Take it easy, I would say. Take it really easy. Wait until the Mercury retrograde is over and just slow down. Also, the Saturn retrograde, it gives you time to work on yourself, to work behind the scenes on things you want to work out on, but also on yourself. It gives you the time to work on yourself. So take advantage of that energy as well. So, as I said, there will be a professional reading coming out somewhere in the next, in the second half of June. I don't know exactly when. It depends how much time I have and when I have time to publish them. But if you're subscribed and you have clicked on the alert bell, you'll know, and then probably I'll be doing a giveaway in that reading as well. So really make sure you know when it's coming out, so you can enter your name, and who knows, you can win a reading with me. For daily guidance, go to my Instagram, my Facebook, or my Twitter account. It's all under my name, Christel Van Gelder, and there's daily guidances there for you, and there's also new and full moon guidances whenever those happen. So that's it from me to you, Taurus, for now. Bye, and speak soon.